guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Firstly, of course, it wouldn't be a video without it. An update on the Lewandowski saga. Bayern Munich, by each and every passing day, are more and more open and more likely to selling Lewandowski this summer, but they have increased their price. They now want at least 60 million euros to sell Lewandowski this summer, but sources are very confident that a 50 million euro offer will get the deal over the line. And in the end, at the moment, it is a poker game between Barcelona and Bayern Munich. Alongside Lewandowski, another priority for Barcelona this summer is of course Jules Kounde, and Sevilla have now set a deadline to sell him before July the 5th due to economic reasons, and very similar to Barcelona for June the 30th. Their deadline is July the 5th, and with Barcelona being the only team in the race for his signature, Sevilla may lower their demands to sell him by that date, and now Barcelona are more and more confident that Jules Kounde will be the first signing of the summer with a reported fee of around 50 million euros. Now, of course, with players coming in, players will have to leave the club this summer. We have an update on all the French players: Berkey Puig, Mingueza, Umtiti, Lenglet, Trincao, Abdi, Remanai, Pjanic, Braithwaite, whoever it may be. We have all the updates on those players, but also the big update, of course, on Frenkie De Jong. Manchester United and Barcelona are getting closer and closer to agreeing a transfer fee, and also apparently Frenkie De Jong is very close to agreeing personal terms with Manchester United, with the deal looking set to be completed by this week. And of course, if he is sold, Barcelona will go full force and go all in for Bernardo Silva. And finally, a big contract renewal update on Ousmane Dembele as he's edging closer and closer to his decision as well. He needs to decide by the end of Thursday whether or not he will stay at Barcelona or not, and that of course have a big impact on Raphinha's future at Barcelona. Apparently Raphinha is waiting for Barcelona to make an offer, and if they don't, he will go and join Arsenal this summer. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get the 300 likes on this video. It'd be very much appreciated. And also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 24 hours. Now, the first player that we have been linked with is of course the #1 target and priority signing for Barcelona this summer, Robert Lewandowski. First coming in from Renewal from Sky Germany, he's come out saying that Robert Lewandowski's move to Barcelona is more likely than it was a few weeks ago. Now it's an open poker about the price. It is said that Bayern Munich want to receive at least 60 million euros. Barcelona will improve their previous offer soon. It went from 40 to 50 to 60. 60 is a hell no for me. I don't care about screw Sahabi's relationship, all that crap. 60 is a hell no for me. The max I would go is 50 with variables. So 40 plus 10, 45 plus 5. Ain't no way in hell I am getting anywhere near 60. Now, of course, Jordan Miro came out saying in yesterday's video that Barcelona are going to be paying around 40 plus variables, which of course I'm okay with now at this point. But if they want 60, it's an absolute disgrace. And of course, like Platico said here, it's a poker match. So now it's all about the mind games, the media rumors, all that sort of stuff. So we'll have to wait and see. Now, the Polish reporter, who I cannot pronounce his name, the first name there in the top left corner, he's of course very close to Lewandowski, and he came out speaking in the media about his opinion on Lewandowski's situation. Of course, the interview was very long, but for me, I took out the two main points. He came out saying, I don't know whether or not he'll be in training or not, but I see it as very difficult for him to be at Bayern Munich training facility on July the 12th. So he thinks Lewandowski will go on strike, and he also said that that is why until now Bayern Munich have not moved away from their 50 million euro asking price, because they think he's going to actually turn up the training. But my feeling is that if Barcelona reaches that figure, the transfer will be done surely. She's saying, look, he does not think that Lewandowski will go to training, and he also thinks that Barcelona offer Bayern Munich what they want, they will sell him, which of course is to be expected. So we'll wait and see on Lewandowski. Again, it's now a poker match between Bayern Munich and Barcelona for the price. And again, this deal, in my opinion, will not get done before July the 12th, because on that day, Lewandowski has to go on strike to make that move possible. Or he could go to Bayern Munich and say, look, I'll show up to training if you promise me that Barcelona offer a good deal, you accept it. He could do that too. So we'll wait and see. But again, in my opinion, July the 12th will be a key day for the Lewandowski operation. And right now, Barcelona and Bayern Munich are having a poker match in terms of the price. Now, along with a striker, another priority in the attack for Barcelona this summer is to, of course, sign a new right winger if Ousmane Dembele does not renew his contract. Of course, I'll talk about Dembele near the end of the video, but right now we're going to be talking about the priority if Ousmane Dembele leaves, and that is, of course, Raphinha. Now, Sport have come out saying that Raphinha has decided to wait a few days for Barcelona before making his decision on his future. They are his priority despite concrete interest from several Premier League clubs like Arsenal, Tottenham, and Chelsea. Barcelona's approach is linked to Ousmane Dembele's renewal. So apparently what Barcelona are going to do are going to wait in the next couple of days for Dembele to communicate his final decision. If he says yes, he wants to stay and renews his contract, they will not move in for Raphinha. But if he says no and leaves on a free transfer, the club will move in for Raphinha. And Marca came out back in that statement as well, saying that Barcelona have not submitted an official offer to Leeds United for Raphinha because the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele is still not ruled out. So keep your eyes on Dembele over the next couple of days. Again, if he stays, the club will save so much money in the transfer budget for this summer. They can save like almost 50 million euros, which of course you can get other targets for that. But of course, if he does leave, the club will have to reinvest in that position. Now, with Leeds pretty much pricing us out for a Raphinha deal, they're pricing him right now at 75 million euros. They want a 75 million euro package, so 60 plus 15, 65 plus 10, whatever that may be. There are two alternatives for Barcelona in the market. I will go through them, but keep in mind, these are like near impossible to happen. But I'm going to go through it. Firstly is Mohamed Salah. Now, the Sun and the Daily Mail in the UK have come out saying that Liverpool have declared Mo Salah as transferable this summer and want 75 million euros to sell him this summer. Barcelona are informed of his situation and want to sign him as a free agent in 2023. However, Real Madrid are not analyzing the situation to sign him this summer, and Barcelona could enter the race as well. Now, for Real Madrid, they're not going to sign anyone else. I think they've already announced that. I think Florentino Perez said it on like El Chiringuito TV. They're not signing anyone else, so I disagree with that. But for Barcelona, I know for a fact that we do like Mo Salah as a free agent next summer, but if he'll cost 75 million euros this summer, then you can, there's a big question. Raphinha for 75 or Mo Salah for 75, you could maybe negotiate that down with Liverpool, but we do owe Liverpool still 30 million euros for Felipe Coutinho, so that may be a stumbling block, so we'll wait and see. But again, I'd say keep your eyes on Mo Salah for 2023 when he's a free agent. But this summer now, Liverpool had declared him transferable for 75 million euros. And the last one, just hear me out on this before I read the report. It's Neymar. Now, Luc Tonassi, who's a very, very reliable reporter in France, very close to Paris Saint-Germain, he's come out saying that Neymar is now considering a departure from Paris Saint-Germain. The recent remarks by Nasser El Khelaïfi did not please him. Neymar wants clarification from PSG, and the three clubs who can afford him at the moment are Newcastle United, Manchester United, and Chelsea. Barcelona do not have the financial capacity to afford his signing. And the reason I'm weighing this up for a couple of reasons. Number one, I think if he's available for 50 million euros and he cuts his wages 80%, the deal is possible. Because if you think about it, Raphinha is 75. If we're bidding 40, we definitely have 50 for Neymar. And if he'll, bring down his wages from 800,000 euros per week to, I would say, 200,000, deal is possible. But of course, Neymar very unlikely to do so. And secondly, other clubs who want our wingers are interested in him. So for example, Chelsea. So Chelsea go for Neymar, they go for Raheem Sterling, then Ousmane Dembele could stay at Barcelona. If Man United go for him, maybe Chelsea can be competition for him. And again, it does point to winger movements in the department for Barcelona. You think about Raphinha as well. If Chelsea goes for Neymar and Raheem Sterling, Chelsea out of the race. If Man United go for him, that could be out of the race for Raphinha as well. So keep your eyes on the Neymar situation. But again, without a shadow of a doubt, the priority right now for Barcelona is the renewal of Ousmane Dembele. And if he does not renew, the club will try and sign Raphinha. Now, along with the attack, another priority for Barcelona this summer will be to reinforce the defense. More specifically, along with the attack, another priority for Barcelona this summer will be to reinforce the defense. Firstly, in the center back position, to sign another center back alongside the already signed center back in Andreas Christensen. And of course, the top priority is Jules Kounde. Now, Candace have come out saying the idea is for Jules Kounde to leave Sevilla this summer for 50 million euros. However, they do not want any players included in an agreement. So again, Sevilla want 65 million euros for Kounde this summer. That's their ideal price, but Barcelona want to bring that down to 50. If they can do it for 50, the club will sign Kounde this summer. Now, also very interesting, Sport have come out saying that Sevilla want to sell Kounde before July the 5th for economic reasons. The club knows that if Barcelona remain the only club pushing for his signing, they must lower their demands, and that's exactly what Barcelona are waiting for. Now this could be the main reason why that Kounde could be the first summer signing for Barcelona. Again, Lewandowski, in my opinion, will not happen until after July the 12th, and apparently Sevilla want to sell Kounde before July the 5th. I mean, if they bring their demands down to 50, I think this deal is set in stone to happen. But again, Sevilla, like I've said, are one of the few clubs in the world who always stay so firm on their price, and it will be difficult for them to lower their demands. Sport also came out saying that Jules Kounde has informed Barcelona that he will wait for them. Barcelona are very confident they'll be able to sign a defender this summer. Sevilla have recognized that Chelsea's interest in Kounde has cooled as Thomas Tuchel has his eyes set on Matthias de Ligt. So with Barcelona being the only team in the race for Jules Kounde, Sevilla might lower their demands. That way they can sell him as soon as possible before their deadline of July the 5th. We'll have to wait and see. This for me definitely is on track right now to be the Barcelona first signing of the summer. Of course, the free agents signed back a few months ago, they don't really count. The actual first signing of the summer could be Jules Kounde, and again, at the moment, it is on the right track. Now, along with a center back, the club are also looking for new fullbacks this summer to reinforce the defense, with of course Azpilicueta and Marcos Alonso being the top priority. But the club now have been looking for alternatives in case those operations cannot be feasible with Chelsea, as they're demanding around 13 million euros for each player. Now, firstly, in the left back position, Catalonia Radio came out saying that Barcelona are still interested in Javi Galán alongside Jose Gaya and Marcos Alonso for the left back position. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If Alonso is costing 13 million euros, just add an extra 5 and get a world-class left back in Jose Gaya, or add an extra 3 and get a better younger left back in Javi Galán. For me, the whole entire point of going for Marcos Alonso was because he's going to be very cheap. He'll cover a Jordi Alba for 1 or 2 years, then he'll leave. Which, in the end, if that's what Xavi wants, okay, I'll back it. But if he's costing 13 million euros from Chelsea with 1 year left on his contract, and also he's shite as well from the Thomas Tuchel point of view, he wants to get rid of him. He plays well, but sometimes, well, the majority of the time, he does not play well. So they want to get rid of him. They're asking for 13 million. It does not make sense for Barcelona. You can get Jose Gaya for 20 and Javi Galán for 18. For me, going for 13 million euros for Marcos Alonso makes no sense whatsoever, but we'll have to wait and see. And the same situation goes in the right back position for Azpilicueta, and there is a new name that's emerged over the past 24 hours who could be a cheaper alternative to Azpilicueta, and that is Arneu Martinez, the fullback for Girona. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona are attentive to Arneu Martinez situation. They're among the many Spanish and European clubs interested in the 19-year-old Girona left back. Arneu has a release clause of 10 million euros. If you don't know already, he is a former Barcelona, well, not Barcelona, La Masia player. He used to play in La Masia, then he moved to Girona, played for Girona B, and then he got promoted to the first team. And he does have a release clause of around 10 million euros, which of course is cheaper right now than the Azpilicueta operation by 3 million euros. So we'll wait and see. Again, the whole point of bringing Azpilicueta is for the experience. I don't see Barcelona trying to bet on Des and Arneu Martinez in the right back position for a whole entire season. I think it's very unlikely. I would love to see Arneu Martinez in one season in La Liga with Girona, who of course have been promoted. See how he does, see how he plays. I wouldn't go straight away and activate his release clause, but of course, if the club want to do so over Azpilicueta, they can go right ahead. So we'll have to wait and see. Again, Azpilicueta and Alonso are the two priorities for Barcelona. The Chelsea are demanding quite the fee for both players. Now, position for Barcelona this summer that isn't the priority at the moment, but it could be in a couple of weeks, is of course the midfield, with Bernardo Silva being the top priority if Frenkie De Jong is sold. Now, Fernando Polo and Edu Polo from Deportivo came out saying that Bernardo Silva already offered himself to Barcelona when they went to sign Ferran Torres back in December. He met with the Barcelona negotiators in one of their trips and made it clear that he would be interested in joining Barcelona ASAP. The Barcelona executive first took it as a joke, as the contact was for a short duration. However, a few days later, one of the executives received a message from Bernardo saying that if Barcelona can sign him, he wants to join. There have been many meetings between Barcelona and Jorge Mendes for Bernardo Silva, and top Barcelona executives like Joan Laporta, Mateo Alemán, and Rafael Uste since January, and the Wish Super agent made it clear to Barcelona about Silva's intention. Bernardo Silva is crazy about playing for Barcelona. It has been his dream since his childhood. Currently, he's waiting to fulfill his dream premium, which depends on Frenkie De Jong's sale, and the activation, of course, of the economic levers. So again, Bernardo dreaming about Barcelona since day one. I'm saying it that way because I've already heard this before. Again, Ousmane Dembele came out with a big picture of him wearing a Barcelona shirt as well, saying that Bernardo Silva has been a Barcelona fan since he was 10 years old when Deco joined the club back in 2004. He asked his parents for a shirt from Barcelona that he supported gratitude growing up watching Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta, and Messi, which of course 2 of them are still there at Barcelona. The club, I'm going to say this again because I'm having a bit of doubts about this. The club will look like absolute fools. I'll be pissed off. You'll be pissed off. The whole entire fan base will be pissed off if we sell Frenkie De Jong and don't get Bernardo. The whole point of selling Frenkie, who of course 25 years old, fantastic player, doesn't fit the system, debatable, but he's still a fantastic footballer, top midfielders in the world without a shadow of a doubt. If you sell him and don't replace him with an equal or better player, you will look like fools. We'll wait and see. Again, I don't want to talk about it too much until we sell Frenkie De Jong, but again, Bernardo Silva is a top priority for the club this summer if they sell Frenkie De Jong and are very, very confident they can sign him. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 24 hours. Firstly is Frenkie De Jong. And there have been movements over the past few days, and now it is all breaking in the media. It first broke in England. They came out saying that Barcelona and Manchester United are getting closer to a compromise fee for Frenkie De Jong. The price is expected to be around 80 million euros with add-ons. The Times came out saying that Manchester United are ready to increase their offer for Frenkie De Jong to about 80 million euros, but Barcelona have been holding out for a fee for around 85 million euros, but now a deal could be done very, very soon. And also, Gerardo Romero came out confirming this as well, saying that Manchester United's offer for Frenkie De Jong is around 80 million euros fixed, plus variables. So again, we don't know the exact amount of the variables. Hopefully it will be 20 million euros. Look, I understand a lot of people are, disappointed with the sale of Frenkie De Jong. He's still a fantastic player. I think the reason why we're selling him is for 2 reasons. Number one, there are some doubts about him in the system. Of course, this season, he's been up and down. He'll have like 5 bad games, 5 good games, 5 bad games, 5 good games. Very, very inconsistent. Of course, under Koeman last season, I call him Mr. Consistent. I think he's probably the best player in the squad behind Leo Messi. But this season, he's been a bit up and down. Of course, under Xavi, I thought he played very well from February, March, April time. Dropped off maybe at the end of the season. But secondly, and I think the main reason why Barcelona want to sell him is because of the money. Firstly, his wages, and secondly, his bonuses. Thirdly, his deferred salaries for the past few seasons. And fourthly, a new one, his agent fee that we still owe him. Now, Gerardo Romero came out saying that he has some updates about Frenkie De Jong. Frenkie De Jong is now open to leaving Barcelona. People are saying in Manchester United he has agreed personal terms. I don't think that's quite the case quite yet. There are some still doubts about that. And he also said that if he ends up staying, Barcelona will have to negotiate his salary. He has to take at least a 50% salary reduction. Frenkie De Jong was also offered to Manchester City, but Man City rejected the opportunity. So again, we offered him around. I think we offered him to Bayern Munich, PSG, and Man City. They all said no, and in the end, Manchester United said yes. Now on that agent fee, Gerardo Romero came out saying that when Frenkie De Jong signed for Barcelona, the then president, of course, Bartomeu, promised a big commission to his agent, which has not been paid yet. Currently, Barcelona are not in a position to pay that as well. This is another reason causing the delay in his exit. So apparently his agent, Ali Dursun, is still looking for that compensation package that Bartomeu promised him back in 2019, but now Bartomeu is not here, and the new board do not want to pay it because, of course, they're about to sell the player. They don't want to give, 10 million euros, for example, to his agent just to sell the player. It makes no sense. But again, Frenkie De Jong still has a lot of doubts. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Frenkie De Jong is still resisting a possible move to Manchester United, but Erik ten Hag is pressuring him. Barcelona well know that if Frenkie De Jong is open to an exit for a good offer, the plan is to sign Bernardo Silva, which of course I already talked about. But the main part there, Frenkie De Jong is still resisting a move to Manchester United. And also, Candace have come out saying that Barcelona's Frenkie De Jong does not want to leave the club. He is not given an approval for his transfer to Manchester United at the moment. But again, people at Man United are saying that he has agreed personal terms with the club, and that's why the club now are finalizing the transfer fee with Barcelona. For me, it doesn't matter if Frenkie De Jong wants to stay or not. Once Barcelona and Man United reach an agreement, I guarantee you Barcelona will push him out. We've seen this a lot of times with Emerson, Arthur Melo. Barcelona is too big for any player. If they tell you to leave, they will force you out. Of course, it's different for those other fringe players like Lenglet, Umtiti, Braithwaite, all those actual craft players want to get rid of because no club wants him. Once a club wants a player, it's down to Barcelona. Hey, we accept an offer, get out of here. Oh, I want to stay, get out. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. You've seen it's the history of the past. Even Andre goes back in, I think, 2019 when we accepted that offer from Everton. He didn't want to leave, but Bartomeu, forced him out. In the end, Barcelona will come out on top. Once agreed is a feed, the deal will happen. I think now we are getting closer and closer with that deal happening. And again, right now it's June 27th on Monday. The deadline, in my opinion, for this operation is Thursday, June the 30th. I think over the next few days, this operation will move quickly, so keep your eyes on it. It looks like Frenkie De Jong is set to leave Barcelona this summer and join Manchester United, but of course, still a lot of ways to go. We need to agree personal terms with Frenkie De Jong. His agent Ali Dursun still wants his compensation from the Bartomeu era, but again, in the end, very, very likely this operation will happen. Now, once Frenkie De Jong is officially sold, the club will be focusing on the other players they want to get rid of this summer. Of course, with the club planning on at least 6 summer signings, I would say at least 7 players have to leave the club this summer, and the club are working very hard to achieve this. Now, Canada Serif came out with an exit report. They came out saying that Samuel Umtiti, Ricky Puig, and Oscar Mingueza are open to leaving the club this summer and will do so if a good offer arrives. Clement Lenglet and Martin Braithwaite want to stay to convince Xavi. Memphis Depay and even Serginho Dest, if Azpilicueta arrives, are on the market. I think every player is on the market except for Ansu Fati, Ferran Torres, Araujo, Pedri, Gavi. That untouchable list that I talked about a few months ago, they're not on the transfer list. Everyone else is. I don't expect Dest to be sold, especially if you bring in Azpilicueta. I am not going to a season with Azpilicueta and Roberto as a right back. Hell no. I'll find a spade myself to stop that deal. Of course, if a good offer comes in for Dest, 30 million plus, okay. Same for Memphis as well. 30 million plus, you have to consider it without a shadow of a doubt. But I think both those two players will end up staying at Barcelona, as I believe they're pivotal to the squad. Martin Braithwaite, it's going to be difficult to get rid of him. I think even if the club comes in and offers a loan moves, I think the loan move will be very, very difficult to complete, but I think if a transfer offer comes in and Barcelona accept it, like I said with Frenkie De Jong similarly, they will force him out. But let's talk about some other players in depth in a quick fire fashion. Firstly, Clement Lenglet. There are reports coming in from Canada Serif saying that AS Roma and Tottenham Hotspur are the two clubs most interested in Clement Lenglet at the moment. Roma want a loan, while Spurs offer a loan with a buy option. Barcelona are working on his exit slowly but surely. Again, I believe that Tottenham Hotspur right now are the favorites to sign Clement Lenglet on loan. They'll pay the majority of his salary. They'll have a buy option in there, and I think there will be a clause as well to extend his loan move for 1 season as well. I think Roma, a bit far-fetched. Of course, Jose Mourinho has that great attraction. He's one of the greatest managers of all time, but Roma, not in the Champions League. I believe they're in the Europa League, will not attract Clement Lenglet, as he wants to play Champions League first team football. So I think Tottenham are saving grace at the moment. I think that deal could happen. I think Antonio Conte has to call Clement Lenglet, convince him, and once he's convinced, I have no doubt that Tottenham and Barcelona can reach an agreement. Now his companion, another center back from France, of course, Samuel Umtiti. Now, ARA have come out saying that Samuel Umtiti has offers from Italy and French clubs, but they are all mid-table clubs which do not attract the player at the moment. Also, Barcelona worried that these teams are not willing to pay his full salary even after his salary reduction. When Samuel Umtiti renewed his contract for Barcelona, he reduced his salary by 10% and deferred, of course, a large part of it. And Barcelona, do not forget this by the way, have the option to terminate Samuel Umtiti's contract in 2023. I think the agreement is that Barcelona paid 60% or 50% of his contract to terminate it this summer, of course, next summer. So the club's plan is right now is to loan him for the rest of this season. Then 2023, cut him off. Absolutely cut him off. Of course, we're not going to sell him this summer. There's a 0% chance that it's happening. The 3 odds on the table for him this summer is as follows: loan, termination of contract, or letter of freedom. That's it. One of those three operations are going to be happening to Umtiti this summer. And also, Sport have come out saying that Fiorentina have emerged as the most likely destination for Samuel Umtiti. Talks are advancing. I don't think the talks are advancing because, of course, Sport, a bit of a dodgy outlet. But again, like Lakib said a few days ago, who are very, very reliable around the French players, Italy or France. That's where Umtiti will go. Let's hope we can get that done as soon as possible. And we do loan him out. Let's hope the club pay the majority of his salary. To be honest, I would take a 50-50 right now for Umtiti. I'll pay half his salary, you pay half. Just take him, just get him the hell out of here. Then next summer, terminate. So we'll wait and see. But again, this summer there's a bit of a different vibe around Umtiti. Hopefully he leaves. Again, he is open to leaving, but for the right club. Now some players that were not in that exit list from Cannes that I want to discuss. Firstly, Francisco Trincao. Luis Rojo from Marca came out saying that Trincao will return to Barcelona's training session in the next few days. His departure at the moment is on standby as the club do not want to sell him until they see what happens with Ousmane Dembele and know how much money they will have available to sign a replacement. Sporting Lisbon have informed Barcelona they could not carry out the operation to sign Trincao. The Portuguese club want to sign him on loan, but Barcelona only want to sell him permanently. Barcelona will wait for certain pending operations to complete before analyzing Trincao's future. The club want to sell him this summer for 18 million euros. Of course, keep in mind, we still owe 9 million euros to Braga for his operation. Apparently, we still owe a total package of 18 million euros. That's why the club want to sell him for at least 18 to break even in the operation in the books. So we'll wait and see. I think Sporting is still looking very, very likely. I think if they can make some movements there, they can buy Trincao, but at the moment they cannot. I think alone with the mandatory buyout option, the club will do as well. But I think in the end, we will sell Trincao. I think Collado and Abdi right now are ahead of him in the pecking order. Their wages, of course, are ridiculously way lower. I think Collado earns like 30,000, Abdi earns like 20,000. Of course, Trincao is on 100,000 euros per week. So we'll have to wait and see. Now, another player who was on loan last season was, of course, Manai, and we do have an update about him. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo came out saying that Spiza have decided not to execute the 2.7 million euro buy option for Manai. Spanish and Italian clubs are interested, but no concrete offers for the moment. If he does stay, he will be willing to fight for his place in Xavi's team. That's if. I'm telling you right now for a fact, Manai will not stay. Well, I think the club will sell him for anything. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million euros. Spanish clubs want him. Italian clubs are looking at him as well. He will not stay. Do not worry about it. He could maybe go up on preseason tour. I highly doubt that. I think Xavi will cut him from the squad. Of course, he'll start training next week with the first team. But I think in the end, we will sell him. There is no worries about that. Worst case scenario, terminate his contract, whatever it may be, or even downgrade him back to the B team, because of course the B team right now is looking for a striker as well. So I would tell him, look, either Barcelona B or you try and find a move. We'll wait and see on him. But of course, one player who will be staying at Barcelona this summer, no matter what, he'll either leave on loan or stay with the first team, is of course Abdi. Sport have come out saying that Barcelona have no intentions to sell Abdi. The player will 100% do preseason with the first team, and he could even have a first team number. However, if there is an overbooking up front, he could leave on loan. So again, Abdi most likely will get promoted to the first team before going out on preseason tour. He'll go out. If he impresses, he'll stay. If of course Dembele, Raphinha, that whole entire circle, whatever happens in that, if we need an extra forward, he will stay. Otherwise, he will leave on loan. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys some contract renewal updates around the first team at Barcelona. Firstly, on Gavi, I think it will be done this week at some point. Of course, the club's plan is to renew him before preseason training starts next week. So I think this week we will get some big news about Gavi. But again, the main topic of this, of course, is the contract renewal of Ousmane Dembele. This one is really starting to piss me off, but hopefully we'll get an answer this week. Again, on Thursday, Ousmane Dembele's contract with Barcelona will expire and he will no longer be a Barcelona player, and most likely his decision will come before that date. Now, firstly, Luis Rojo from Marca came out saying that Chelsea are currently the best placed team to sign Ousmane Dembele, and it's getting closer that he will not be staying at Barcelona. But Sport have come out saying that Chelsea's offer to Ousmane Dembele is not as big as the player thought. The option of renewing at Barcelona is therefore still on the table. Now, I told you guys this 2 months ago. If Ousmane Dembele leaves the club, it will be for a bigger contract, for more money, more sign-on bonus. If he cannot find any other offer out on the market and all the clubs offer him the same contract as Barcelona or around about, maybe a couple million more, a couple million less, he will pick Barcelona. He wants to stay. He's only looking for an exit because he wants more money. If the money's offered to him, he will leave. If it's not, he will stay. I think he currently has no offers on the table. We are hearing currently from England, from the Daily Mail, that Raheem Sterling is the top priority for Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel in the forward position, but they also want to sign Ousmane Dembele. They want Sterling and Dembele, but Sterling is the first priority. We'll wait and see, man. I think, again, he has no offers on the table as of this current moment, but from Barcelona. Again, PSG do not want him, even if they sell Neymar. Luis Campos, the sporting director, does not want Dembele whatsoever. Bayern Munich can afford him, and United have other priorities. Where else can he go? I mean, if he goes to Real Madrid, then I might fly to Spain and slap him across the face, but we'll wait and see with Ousmane. I think this week will be a big week for him. He has to decide his future. If he goes past his contract expiring, the club may retract his contract renewal offer. That's a big risk that he's going to have to be taking. So we'll wait and see. It's down to him and his buddy Moussa Sissoko to hope to decide their future at some point before June the 30th. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing I want to know firstly, it's about Lewandowski. What will be the maximum amount you pay for him? Would you go for the 60 that Bayern Munich won, or are you firm on 50? Secondly, on Jules Kounde, do you believe he will be Barcelona's first signing of the summer, and do you believe a deal is possible as well? Thirdly, on the sale of Frenkie De Jong, do you think if we sell Frenkie, we will get Bernardo Silva? And also, are you overall happy, satisfied, or disappointed with the sale of Frenkie De Jong? And finally, on that right wing position, more specifically on Ousmane Dembele's renewal, do you think he'll renew or not? And do you think Raphinha will join Barcelona if Ousmane Dembele does not renew? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care and Forza Barca.